Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to again talk to you about Kratom. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but this morning after I had posted a video, I got an interesting comment from a lady. I'm sure she meant well, so this is not a rub on her. And the gist of her argument was, well, I've been using Kratom for many years and I'm fine. She was also advocating and saying, well, there are other remedies other than, all these pills and things that the pharmaceutical companies are pushing out there. And if we're going to regulate Kratom, then we should regulate alcohol and we should, regulate tobacco. Basically said I was, quote, cherry picking. And here's my thoughts. Okay. When it comes to other vices, for lack of a better word, there has to be a line in the sand. There has to be some line that's drawn by the government where we say this substance, like Kratom, and to a large extent marijuana, is just so dangerous that public policy requires that we have some form of regulation, okay? And we obviously have regulation with alcohol and tobacco. And I'm well aware of the dangers of alcohol because I've had family members and close friends that were very much affected by alcohol use. And I was a prosecutor. I used to file DUI cases. I used to put drunk drivers in jail. So I'm well aware of the DUI scenario. But as far as I'm concerned, there's a big difference between alcohol and tobacco and Kratom, and to a large extent, legalized marijuana. And, yes, we take cases where people are having issues with alcohol. I don't think we've ever had an issue where somebody was using too much tobacco. And yes, I get it, cigarettes and smoking tobacco products and chewing tobacco products are extremely dangerous. I get it. But there has to be a line in the sand that's drawn, and there has to be certain things that we regulate more strictly than others. It simply has to be that way. And look, if you want to sit in your house and smoke marijuana or use alcohol all day long, that's your business. And when it comes to things of that nature and regulating certain substances, this is sort of the balancing act between, freedoms and protecting the community. And in our experience, legalized marijuana, things like Kratom, these are the kinds of things that really destroy families, that are extremely dangerous. And yeah, I think we should be regulating them. When it comes to alcohol, I don't think we should be allowing, people of a certain age to use them. I mean, certainly under 21 shouldn't be using alcohol. And I mean, that really comes down to educating people about the dangers of using alcohol, because it is a dangerous substance. But listen, we're also a free society, and I don't want to tell people how to live their lives, and neither should you. But there has to be this line in the sand. And as far as I'm concerned, Kratom and legalized marijuana are things that should be heavily regulated, and in some instances, just specifically not available to young individuals because we see what it does. Okay, alcohol and even tobacco does not cause someone to become paranoid and delusional. It doesn't cause them to think, that they're basically living in a different universe. Okay, doesn't mean it's dangerous, but again, things like marijuana and Kratom really can wreck families. And I tell you that from personal experience, over the last 10, 11 years, having spoken to literally thousands of families. If you don't agree with me, I'm okay with that. I'm just telling you what we see. And what the federal government does or the state government, I'm sure they don't care what I think or what I'm advocating for. I'm just telling you what we see. So if you're a family who's dealing with these issues, if you've got somebody who drinks too much, who uses too much marijuana, who uses Kratom, and you're seeing the consequences of that, then maybe you want to have a conversation with us, or maybe you don't. That's up to you. We're here to help. We're here to solve this problem. If it's a problem for you, maybe it's not. So I appreciate all the comments and questions. I appreciate the two ladies that were gracious enough to take time to even disagree with me. It was done respectfully, so I'm good with that. And it's okay to disagree. I mean, right? This is part of living in a free society where we can agree to disagree. As long as it's done respectfully, I'm good with that. And not everybody's going to agree with me, fine. But if you have any comments or questions or disagreements or agreements, post them. I love reading this stuff. I appreciate the interaction. If you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel, great, because I'm putting out a video or two every single day. I want you to get the information you need so you can decide if legal intervention is the way to go. Or you just want resources, happy to give you that too. So with that said, thanks for tuning in. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.